Growing up in a small town, I learned that connections go beyond blood. They're built through shared experiences, friendships, and the moments we celebrate together.
I really love like community parts of events, and then this just kind of opened up and it was so perfect, and I've been doing this for about 10 years now. So I kind of, one of my jobs was all over kind of traveling, so I mostly just kind of stayed close to my parents, and then I'm the city events manager. Basically what that means is that I do kind of all of our bigger events. So this one is so fun. I loved it. We started it up at Ivory Ridge Splash Park, splash pad area. We've kind of changed it, and we've moved it over to Family Park Amphitheater this year since we have that new nice amphitheater. And that's what I love. Most of our events are free. We very rarely charge. I don't think we've ever, at least for my events, charged more than like $5 for events. We do some outdoor movie nights. Everyone does outdoor movie nights, so we try to do them a little bit differently. We have one, it's a drive-in movie night where the kids can make their own cars and kind of watch a drive-in. We have reindeer come in, vendors. I'll make a Facebook event group, and then they take it and disperse it to any other places. So I can tell you 100% it will always be on that Facebook. Do sponsorships. Our biggest one is obviously Roundup, so that one's kind of always a little bit different.
So, not probably nearly as good as your events, but like, so we do those kind of things. But it's nice that you also have some of these other ones, and so maybe something we piggyback, I guess, sometimes.
My first event was we actually don't do it anymore because the man who started it moved. It was the Bridge with Honor. It was over he would go and salute on the bridge, and people really loved it and wanted to be a part of it. But I loved it because I like I said, I just really love that sense of community, and it was so cool to see these kids from the elementary school come. Hey, we love Lehi, we'll do it for free. We'll send you a video.
But then they also said it got a whole different crowd.
So many people said, I take it back. This was wonderful. I try my hardest to keep everything as much as I can as traditional as possible. The nice thing about it, which Lions Park I think is a little bit bigger area-wise, but there's so many trees and things in the way that this actually is, we're able to get more people to see the concert. I was kind of in this little limbo of, do I keep doing teaching? I had transferred to Utah State to go to the U. And then I started doing just like the little book signings, and I was like, hey, this is actually kind of fun. I didn't even know if it was a real job at first. It was in the back of someone's like garage, and I was like, I'm going to trust it. And then I realized I adore it. I just feel so lucky to work here because it is part of that city arm. The Lehi Youth Council, we have probably right now signed up about 70 kids. We have probably about 30-ish that come up consistently every week.
Just these kids that are just wanting to help.
They're just awesome kids who come out and are a part of the community.
And so it's just a volunteer effort that they're doing and stuff.
And I love that Lehi has this, is how many people are so wanting to help and be a part of the community. My job is so special in that I do get to work with the Youth Council, but I also get to work with Lehi Arts. I think they have their people that are involved, but I do think that Lehi is very unique in that we have a lot of people who want to be involved and are just here, and they just love the community. I think that's, I know there's other cities that are trying to mimic that to some extent. Why are our tickets so cheap? And she said, it's because we want to keep it cheap. We use all our, residents are willing to help.
Why do you think, why does the city continue to put money into, a Santa, parade or, or the concerts and stuff like that? Why should a city do that?
But I think they love doing it because we all know that it's something we can give to the residents that's just pure fun. And I think that's why our events are so important, because they do remind us that at the end of the day, we're all neighbors and a community and living together. We're all fighting the same fight together. But I'd really love to do more of a cultural experience. I think that we have grown in diversity, and I think it would be fun to celebrate that a little bit more. We have our new community center opening in City Hall.
Just from a logistical standpoint.
Just logistical. I'm very excited. But on top of that, we have the library gets this beautiful new area, and they have an awesome programs room, but we get a community room as well, which I am stoked about. It's so nice. We had our Harry Potter event was supposed to be Saturday, and the rain happened, and we had to cancel.
Lehi's obviously experienced a lot of growth over the last 10 years for you, right?
Just growing and natural with residents, but that has been probably as far as logistics, our biggest thing. But I think we're doing good.
Sometimes the benefit of sometimes charging for things is it makes people maybe appreciate it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's free, it's like, they don't value it as much.
I think some people are like, oh, why don't they just add this or that? And it's really like, because I'm out of money.
Any, I guess, so there's a personal question for you.
Sure.
You know, so what does it mean to you personally to be part of, you know, preserving Lehi's heritage?
Sure.
You know, like, how do you like being part of, because you're part of that, bringing the community together, right?
I'm so grateful that Lehi and all of its residents let me be a part of this community, because I've never felt that before, and I love that about Lehi. And they all said bullying.
Really?
And I was so surprised.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, so if I had the money, and I'm still trying to figure out how to make this work, so hopefully one day, I'd want to do like a hope concert or something for the teens. We're trying to figure out the best way to bring like foam day back, because that one's tricky.
You could do like some kind of scavenger hunt with the markers they have now too. I think that I like what you're doing. In fact, I love what you're doing. I think you know, all these things do add up, right? And that's what I think does bring a community together. They already laid the groundwork. We're just trying to make things better, and you know, because that's what we all try to do, right? Let's just keep making it better, so, and keep it going on.
They really are for all of our residents, and I try to remind people this, especially during Roundup. Like, it gets crazy. You're trying to park, you know, like nothing that's happening is worth making someone else's day poor because you had a hard time. That's really what they're for, is to get to know each other.
And I think people that tend to be a part of those events do feel more part of the community.
It makes me sad, because I'm like, you're invited. We want you there. So I will try my hardest to get the word out as best I can, but please come in and know that you're invited.
Remember, every person here has a unique story, and together, we're what makes Lehi feel like home.